appearances. Okay.
Decorum.
Hi, Maan.
Hi,
Hi, Manang Big.
And hi, Manang Briggs. Where are you? You disappeared. There you are. Hi.
Si Ma. Ayan, si Let. Let I see her.
Hello, Mamang Briggs. Awan boses mo.
Unmute ka, Manang.
Manang Briggs, nakamute ka
Oh,
ba?
there.
Hindi, galing
Ate
po sa
Briggs.
lang. Aliw na aliw sa ginagawa nyo. Ano ba to?
In a little while, we will all feel more comfortable and it will
Dr.
be
Ruth.
easier. It will be easier.
Oh,
Hi,
ay kape sa'yo,
Steve.
Pengarod.
Hi, Steve.
Steve is here?
Yeah, there. There.
Oh, hi, Steve. Hello, si...
Ayan na si Nela. I think this is just an excuse to be able to get together and laugh.
When I...
Ma'am Bree! To report
I'm away
where
from
alive.
tech.
To report
Hello.
where still alive.
Just keep checking.
Checking.
Rainier.
Yeah.
Hi, si Nela.
Hi, Rainier.
Hello,
Right
ma.
here.
Nice, sir.
Yan, malapit na tayong makompleto.
Nasa
For 28 participants, ang dami.
Here, council. Yeah.
Wow.
Ay, Manang Briggs ko na live stream da kano kung sino nga tate agbuya.
28 na gano'n.
So we have to be decent because this might be out there in the public world and I don't know what they will catch. And it will haunt us afterwards.
Good. Where are you, Lorelei?
At home. This is my house.
Here in
This is-
Baguio?
Yes, apay kuma, papanak kumaaya.
Kunak na ata ka di New Zealand.
Ay, sus, Mariose.
Itam. Isumaiti ko na ni May nga mabalingkat ko na is Lorelei doing in New Zealand.
Yes, I was there 2 years ago. Apay na nabalitan ko. 2018, we went to visit Julie's sister who lives there.
That's
Was
right.
migrated there, yeah. 2018. Alaga 2021, no, nakasubli
No,
ako.
but I thought you were locked down there. You couldn't come
No,
home.
no. We traveled before all this lockdown thing. So,
Good.
good, yeah.
Sir, what are you about?
What am I about? I have not submitted my grades. I'm still computing. I checked.
Computing ka na.
Dapat
I was-
extension na.
Yeah, buti na lang. I was so glad they extended it to July 5. I needed all of the time to finish it.
Talaga. Makikinig na lang ako kasi aliw na. Ano ba ito?
Oo nga, nakakaaliw, di ba?
You know, somebody had to do this for me. I don't know how to make pindot-pindot.
Ay, Tala.
Si Tanya,
Tala is
ano
there.
to?
Ask Tala where she is. Ask Tala where she is.
Where are you, Tana?
Asan si Tala?
Ali.
She's in Pangasinan. She has been there since she arrived from the US. She hasn't
Beach
come to
na.
Baguio.
Beach ka no nga, beach.
Ma'am
Beach
Briggs,
ka nga,
I'm
beach.
Bontok.
Who is in Bontoc? Who is in Bontoc?
Sino?
I'm in Bontok.
in Bontoc.
Ma'am Briggs ko eh.
Wow,
Awan, natakot yung
Bonto.
ang 7.
There's only check up 7. Kano.
Ada kaya Bontok Cafe.
Well, Bontoc Cafe. Mabalin.
Ayan na si May. Ayan na si May.
Oh, andyan na si Mai. Ayan ang nasa New Zealand. Hi, Mai.
Oh,
Yan ang nasa New Zealand.
Naligo siya
Oh,
for
my.
dates. Yeah.
Oo, naligo ko for dips kasi winter dito napakalamig.
We are honored, Nay.
Ay, si Ma'am. Ma'am Lidge. Yes, si Ma'am Lidge. Hello.
Ayan na. Hi.
Hi, Lidge.
Hi, Ma'am Liz.
Hello, Steve. Hello. The magic.
Hi,
The
Ma'am
magic of
Briggs.
this
Oh
thing.
my gosh, hi, Ma'am Briggs.
Lorelei, you should retire more often para makita tayo lahat.
No, I only do this once.
Really? There you are. I can barely
That's what you
see.
think.
You're trafficking Lorelei, you're the one in charge
No,
here.
no. I am like you. I am under the mercy of whoever is hosting this. So if they
Gladys
decide to
yan,
cut me
Gladys.
off, it
No,
will
but I will
happen.
not touch anything.
Yeah, don't touch
Pakana ni Gladys
anything.
to. Pakana ni Gladys.
Oh, hindi ah.
Siyang simuno.
June is also here. June. Hi, June.
Ay,
Hi,
there.
Ma'am
June,
June.
where are you? Wait, we
Your
don't see.
video
Ay,
is
Ma'am June.
okay.
Ay, June, you put on your video.
And the
We want to see
Mendoza
you.
are here also. Yeah.
June, put on
I
your
don't know how
video.
to do that.
There's a button at the bottom on your left.
We see you.
I tell you, I'm so illiterate when it comes to all this stuff.
It's okay. We're not supposed to admit that in public.
Sakmet.
Huh?
Are dead.
I don't
Ay,
have
di ba
anybody.
yan?
I don't have anybody to help me.
Yay, you have your
There's a
camera.
button at the bottom.
Huh?
Somebody
without
tell her
your-
where.
without your screen.
How do you do that?
You see the top of your head.
We can see. We can.
Are you using
We
a
can see you
phone
now.
or an iPad?
Huh?
Are you using a phone or an iPad?
No, it's a laptop.
A laptop. Okay, so you can just
What do I do?
you move your screen
see
back
you,
and
we
forth
see
and
you.
you will see your
The top of your head.
Huh?
maybe
See the top of
push
your
it away
head.
farther.
Yeah, we can
from
see you now. It's the top of your head. So you have to adjust your.
How do you do that? Sorry, I'm
Move
sorry.
your screen. Move your
Oh,
screen.
the camera of the laptop.
Move your screen.
Move your screen
Look at the
forward.
green button. on
Away
the
from
screen.
you.
No.
Yeah, sige pa.
Hey, guys.
Sige pa, June. Agoy ka. Taong di green button. Dapat ada di utuk-tuk ti ulom. Hanga di baba. Ingato.
Oh, ay, apo.
Ay, apo. Ay, apo.
We're almost there.
This is
We're almost
fun.
there. We can
This is
almost
fun.
see you. We can almost
Yeah, we
see
can
you.
almost see you. So
Oh, you
continue.
can.
Yes,
Okay.
only at the top of your head.
What do I do so that my head will go up?
Dapat kinangat-ngato.
Hold your laptop screen
You can
and
stand up, yeah.
yeah,
Baba
hold your
ulit.
laptop. Iba kayo, gamam da laptop screen mo, i-move mo, pangato ano pababa. Yan, you turn it.
Pangato or pababa?
Yes, meaning you bend it either downwards or towards you.
So fun.
Iba you're using
Where
a
do I-
laptop.
You bend your screen forward.
Yeah.
I'll put
Yeah.
it toward me.
You
Yes.
hold your screen.
Kasjay.
My son is there. Why are you there, Justin?
Now we see you.
Why are you there, Justin?
Stop moving. Ay, June, yun.
Justin, why are you there? I purposely asked that you do not join this thing.
What?
Why are you there? Justin?
June.
I don't know how to. Oh.
That's it. You're okay na, June. Where?
A while ago.
Yeah, June is
Why
okay
did you
na.
return it?
Because I put it up. Okay.
Don't put it up.
Put it down. Put it down. Yeah. More.
Okay.
Saka yun.
Yes,
I'm
that's
not
it.
holding it up like this.
You lie down na lang, Garut. You lie down in front of it. So you don't
Shameful.
Kanyo ti kalso na.
June. Yeah, I think I should look for a book.
Ay,
Yes,
wen.
yes.
Kalso
Very good,
ang
very good.
tibok.
Oh my God. This is the most fun part of the department.
Hello, Mini. Hello,
Dapat may
Melbourne.
tutorials
Who is there?
bago
Who
yung
else is
ano
there?
ganyan.
Okay.
Oh, may tutorials. Kami,
Who
hindi
else
kami
is there?
gagalaw niyan.
Ayan na si Mini Chaloping.
Hi, Mini. Talopi.
Oy, Johan, aping adda ka dita.
Okay mo din mo.
Wan, imbaga nga handa kayo ng ayaban, aping adda kay dita. Anyway, nobody believes me anyway. Nobody follows pala what I say, so never mind. Okay. All right. So we'll be quiet for a while so the program, whoever is in charge, can begin.
Should we start po? Good afternoon.
It's still the same.
Verna.
Yes, so good afternoon. I'm Verna po. I will be your host for today. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's event. So as you know, we are live in Facebook. So We are joined today by colleagues from the Department of Economics and Political Science who have organized this virtual event, as well as colleagues from the different departments and colleges of the University of the Philippines, Baguio. Friends, family of Professor Mendoza, students, alumni, other honored guests, and most importantly, Professor Lorelei Mendoza, for whom today's event is dedicated. Again, welcome everyone. This is Ruay Ruay, celebrating 45 years of prosperous accomplishments and exemplary public service of Dr. Lorelei Crisologo Mendoza. We have prepared this event as celebration of Professor Lorelei's retirement, as well as a token of appreciation and gratitude for her service to the university and her friendship, companionship, mentorship, the friends, colleagues, and students that she has inspired through the years. We highlight these words, Ruay Ruay, prosperity, productivity, and well-being, and the metaphor of harvesting or reaping the fruits of one's lifetime of work for today's momentous occasion. To formally welcome everyone to this event, may I call on the Dean of the College of Social Sciences, Professor Arellano Colongan Jr., Sir Toto, to give the opening remarks.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hello. Ang formal naman ng
Oo nga.
Hindi, pero kasi nga naka-stream tayo. Sige, paninindigan ko. I'm opening this as Dean. Mamaya na ako hahalakhak, ha? Okay, so greetings to our colleagues and friends. Thank you for coming.
Nag-freeze nga eh. Nag-freeze si Dean.
Nag-freeze. Toto.
Nag-freeze si Dean. Yeah.
Or naghang po kayo.
Signal sa sockside. He froze. Signal sa sockside.
Napukaw na.
1 minute iso.
Nag-freeze si Dean.
Tawagan ko siya. Ano mangyari?
Yes, Dean. Mabagal po kasi ang internet sa Soksay today. Kagagaling ko lang po dun.
Over na nasaan ka?
Nasa bahay po ako. Kasi nga mabagal ang internet sa Soksay.
Mas mabagal pa pala Soksay, ha?
Okay, ayan. Dean is back. Is he back?
Para tayong Zoom class.
Sorry,
Hello.
I know
Nawawala yung
you-
teacher.
I lost
Hinihintay.
you lost me. Sorry, that's the signal of UP Baguio right now. Bahay na lang yata dapat ako nag-host nito or Anyway, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as I was saying, so I think many have lined up to share their stories about Dr. Lorelei. So let me begin by mentioning one thing that I learned, kasi marami pa kayong ikukwento. For the other themes or lessons learned from Dr. Lorelei will be a common refrain in the testimonies of other colleagues and friends. And so this is one thing I learned, from Dr. Mendoza. In meetings where we discuss policies and regulations, and then we want to change a policy, and then when people hear me ask a question about the very procedure on changing a policy, or whether or not we are even allowed or in a position to change a policy, that is vintage Lorelei Mendoza. Okay? And to me personally, that is one thing that I learned, which I carried with me in the course of my service and profession. For I find it useful in staying fair about making rules and the interpretation of rules. To me, that meant that we do not just change rules because it is convenient for us at the moment. I also learned other things like determination. When I learned about the backstory of the MASDS, how a group of young faculty with mostly MA and bachelor's degree, led by her, worked towards the approval of the MASDS at the UP system. Ang hirap gawin nun, no? A program that remains a flagship and a relevant program until today. I also learned from Dr. Mendoza and of course her cohort of mentors. Kasama na dyan sila ngayon, sina Dr. Ruth, Ma'am Casambre. Kasama ka pa rin doon, Ma'am Nela, ha, kahit nandito ka pa. Sina ang Briggs, si Dr. June Brett, okay? About how not to take things personally and the importance of being professional and fair about my dealings with people and colleagues, and that we do not have to be best friends with everyone to be able to work together. I have just received a text message, by the way, from Chancellor Abansi, saying that she wanted to join us, but she's currently in a very, very important meeting. So she requested me to extend her greetings and gratitude to Professor Lorelei Mendoza. So on behalf of the college and the Chancellor, I express my thanks and appreciation for all the dedicated work that Lorelei, Dr. Mendoza, Ma'am Lorelei, LCM has invested in UP Baguio from when it was a young UP unit to what it is today. You are an inspiration, a model of service and dedication for the young faculty of the whole university. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Good afternoon to everyone.
How do you clap?
There's reactions below. You click that you can choose.
Oh,
Thank you.
reactions below. Hindi ko na alam yan. Basta. Sige.
Thank you po, Dean Toto.
You're welcome.
So this event will not be complete, of course, without a kind of throwback of Ma'am Lorelei's life in UP. So we have prepared a short video for you, Ma'am Lorelei. So let's all watch it. Can you see my screen naman po?
Yes.
Yeah.
For 45 years.
Walang music, Verna.
Awan music mo, Verna.
Kanina meron.
Nakamute si Verna eh.
Baka si Gladys ang magbibigay ng background music.
Makamulan.
May nakalimutan po ako i-click. Ito po meron.
Ay, nako.
Maraming salamat po.
Of course, ma'am, this short video cannot possibly capture all the hard work and accomplishments that you have in these 45 years. All we can say is, Ma'am Lorelei, thank you for these years of service. Today, we have people who join us in reminiscing these years of service in the university. So first, let me call on the chair of the Department of Economics and Political Science, Professor Gladys Cruz, to start these messages.
Afternoon. Hi, Lorelei. I am sure you still remember the conversation we had 10 or 9 years ago when I asked you whether you intended to retire at 60 or 65. You said to me then that as long as you are healthy, you will continue to serve. That momentous time has come, plus a 5-month palugit, much to my delight. After 45 years of exemplary service to the university, you are now retiring. Thank you for allowing us to do this program as our way of expressing our appreciation for all the things we have learned from you and with you. We also thank all our guests this afternoon, especially those who have generously shared or will share their fondest memories and experiences of you. Let me go first. Back in the days when UP College Baguio was still part of UP Diliman, I had the opportunity to participate in conceptualization meetings in Diliman on the GE course Social Science 2, Social, Economic, and Political Thought. On one such occasion, I had to do an impromptu presentation on the key contributions of great economic thinkers like Adam Smith, David Ricardo, Alfred Marshall, Karl Marx, to a group predominantly composed of sociologists and political scientists from the CSSP. This task fell on my lap as I was the only economist in the group because then the School of Economics did not participate in the offering and the implementation of that GE course. So we needed to decide which thinkers and which materials to include in the syllabus. It was a weekend then, and so the library was closed, and I had to rely on stock knowledge to do the task. Luckily, one of the electives I took as an undergrad was History of Economic Thought. I don't know whether you still remember that I was your student in that class. Thanks to you, I was able to breeze through the presentation through sheer bravado, typical of a young instructor with only about a year of teaching experience then. I was fortunate to have Lorelei as my teacher in my undergrad courses, including Econ 200. I learned a lot from her, not only in terms of content, but teaching style as well. Her lectures were always substantive. Sa Pilipino, hitik na hitik, parang puno ng mangga na punong-puno ng bunga. And I remember how I had to rely on my limited shorthand skills to literally note down everything she said in class, lest I miss something important. Those notes have served me well, especially when I was starting as a teacher. To this day, I endeavor to deliver well-organized lectures, impart them to my students clearly and succinctly, so that one day, they too will say, I learned that from Ma'am Gladys. Lorelei's persona as a teacher is formal, serious, reserved, unapproachable. Students say that she is nakakatakot. I'm sure this is not the first time that Lorelei has heard of this. Note though, that they say this with respect and admiration, indicative that the many nervous, tense-filled moments in her class have paid off and they have learned what they are supposed to learn. As a thesis advisor, she guides her students painstakingly, reading up on the subject matter of the thesis to do this. Occasionally, we hear her raised voice in exasperation when her students' work is not up to par, or he or she is too stubborn to comply with her advice. Nonetheless, Lorelei is always proud of her students, not just those who excelled and have since made a name for themselves, but also those whom we thought won't make it. Lagi nga niyang sinasabi sa dulo ng semester, tingnan mo to, oh, finally natapos din siya. And of course, that's through a lot of input and really a lot of patience on the part of Lorelei. Lorelei has also been a very supportive colleague. We obviously work very well together, as seen in the many projects we have collaborated on over the years. In our case, having two economists in the team is not a case of too much economics. I am the empiricist, she does the conceptual and the theoretical, and the putting together of reports into a cohesive whole. In our department, Lorelei is the prime mover who always pushed us to do research and publish. I remember one time when she took me aside in a meeting and told me that I should start doing research again. Something that got waylaid when administrative duties beckoned. Despite her seniority, she has treated her research mates as equals. Each had something important to contribute to the output. She championed inter and multidisciplinarity, and these are her most important advice. She would say, you have to be good at what you do. Develop your strengths and capabilities. Be good in your discipline first before you can make or do anything that is interdisciplinary. We hope that we can pay these lessons forward to the young faculty among us and to all the students to come in UP Baguio. Thank you so much for the privilege to work with you. I wish you all the best in your retirement. I know that you will still be there and that you will continue to teach 1 or 2 courses, hopefully in the coming years to come, in the coming years. God bless Lorelei, good health, lots of joy and time to enjoy your retirement. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Gladys, for sharing these memories with Ma'am Lorelei with us. That was very heartwarming. But that was just the start of the messages of well wishes to you, Ma'am Lorelei. We have collected some from your previous students and colleagues. So we hope you like this, ma'am. So again, let us watch.
Hi, Ma'am Lorelei. Being Radok here. I was Ma'am Lorelei's first thesis student after she came back from her doctorate in Belgium. I remember when I did the thesis proposal a semester earlier, I thought I did really well. Tapos nung sisimulan ko na yung thesis writing under her supervision, that's when I realized that, there's so much more to learn, and, I wasn't really that good. So it was a good wake-up call, really to teach me to be more humble. And I owe it to Ma'am Lorelei, to you, my love for research. So now that even if I do government work, I still do research on experimental economics, behavioral economics, and I really enjoy it. So good luck on your retirement. All the best. And thank you very much.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, ma'am.
It has been more than a decade since we were in one of your classes, and many of us here consider ourselves Mendoza babies, considering that you were our professor in 3 or 4 subjects. Taking these subjects is undeniably part of the most challenging semesters, but at the same time, amongst the fulfilling experiences we had at UP Baguio. In one way or another, you have really nurtured our interest in economics and even inspired some of us to pursue careers in related fields. Our memories at UP Baguio will definitely include you and our respective Mendoza stories. We feel lucky to be your students, and we thank you for the valuable mark that you left in each of us. And we want to greet you.
Enjoy your
retirement.
Hi, Ma'am Mendoza. Congratulations on your retirement. I am so grateful to be one of your students in UP Baguio more than a decade ago. And thank you for all of your hard work and all the special things you do. I hope you have good health and more wonderful times ahead. Again, congratulations and happy retirement!
Para sa inyo, sino si Ma'am Lorelei?
Ma'am Lorelei was our thesis advisor.
She is the very personification of excellence.
Si Ma'am Lorelei ang minsang naging magiting na dean ng CSS.
Ang teacher ko sa SDS 201 ay sobrang understanding.
Ang pinaka-motherly na advisor.
Ma'am Lorelei, mula sa Econ 2, student number 2012, naragsak retirement,
Ma'am Lorelei.
Hello, Ma'am Lorelei. I just want to say thank you for many years of your hard work and dedication to teach our batch and the many generations before us. Not only about the academic stuff, but also about many lessons in life, which I'd say I still carry until today. I still remember that quote from you, which I wrote at the back of my notebook, that says, "Be very proactive in pursuing your goals." And I also still remember making that quote the wallpaper in my phone back in college to inspire me and to motivate me into studying. And thank you for those random life lessons in between our econ sessions, because while we always felt nervous every time we enter your class, as we might be called during recitations, we loved hearing those little advices from you, which really made a huge impact on me and on the many students that you've taught. And in the future, I may forget those economic terms and principles that we've discussed in class, but I will never forget how you made me feel and the difference that you've brought into my life back when I was still a student, and now as a young professional. You will always be remembered by the UPB community, and I wish you a long, healthy, and fun retirement.
Lorelei, good day. Allow me and my family to congratulate you on your retirement. Wow, what an enviable promotion. Sige, ma'am. Enjoy every bit of your post-working life. Although, syempre, the home calls for never-ending work. Pleasant work, of course, like cooking and all. I wish you and Sir Julius the best of the days ahead and the years that follow. You have been a great encouragement to me personally and professionally. I count it a great privilege and an unmatched blessing to have had you as a teacher and a director of CSC during my first job as a researcher. I have learned a lot from you, and permit me to just name 3 of these learnings. Otherwise, I'll go endless. 3 learnings that I cannot just pick up anywhere, not even from the halls of the University of the Philippines. So, 1, you taught me the importance of systems and standards. As our director at CSC, you were very organized and made us put in place systems of doing things. We reviewed the first 10 years of CSC. You made us think about, so what now? What is next? And I learned the importance of quality work. For example, as the research coordinator under your directorship, I was on my toes to see to it that the minutes of meetings of the CSC Executive Committee were well written and disseminated ahead of time. You also asked me to attend the regular Sectoral Development Committee or SEDECOM for education at NEDA. And every time I go to those meetings, I feel proud because ang boss ko ay si Professor Lorelei Mendoza. Similarly, I made sure that my reports for submission to you were coherent and clear. So your being a person of systems, standards, and quality gave me the foundation to be thorough in my work even after I left UP. As a researcher, as a postgraduate student later on, and at present as a consultant. So I owe you, Ma'am Lorelei, that needed foundation. Maraming salamat po. Second, you have been a model for me in the area of relationships with other people. In particular, the matter about tactfulness. I love that about you, Ma'am Lorelei. You are a very positive person, and the words that come from you bring encouragement. Thank you. Third but not least, you have been one person who has shown me genuine sincerity in helping or thinking about exploring life beyond being a research assistant, which required being outside UP Baguio. And this is similar to my colleagues at CSC. You were asking us, about what our plans are. So thank you, ma'am, for being the one of only 2 persons who asked me, what do you plan in your career? To me, that was very important. For this and more, I am deeply indebted to you, Ma'am Lorelei. I thank the Almighty that my path in this life has crossed with yours. Maraming salamat po. Happy retirement. Bye-bye!
Except for Jessica and G, who I learned only a couple of months ago had attended the same high school as she did, I'm perhaps the one here who has known Lorelei the longest, having had her in my classes in her freshman year at UP Baguio, then again in a junior level subject just before I left for my extended study leave. She was definitely a promising academic achiever from her freshman year, and indeed graduated with high honors, but everyone knows that. My comparative advantage is attested to by a couple of specific images of Lorelei. First, the day at the Munar canteen when I noticed Lorelei blooming into a girlfriend. You know, the one who caught the eye of the nice, clean-cut, intelligent young male classmate who had bagged the lead role in the school play. Think Molly Ringwald in a Brat Pack movie. Lorelei was in the stage crew for the play, although that might have been part of an English class project. 2 or 3 semesters later, Lorelei was now in an upper division course, and the lasting image I have of her in that class was Lorelei sitting primly on the first row, stylishly dressed, with a delicate scarf tied as an accent around her neck. Several decades later, when she came back from Belgium, she reprised this elegant fashion with her statement earrings and European-style dress-up. I recall her marveling at how elegantly put together the French women were, even just riding their bikes around the city. In 1981, when Steve and I joined the Sockside Division, Lorelei had been in the faculty for a few years, and she had just gotten married earlier in the year. She and I easily fell into being colleagues in an academic unit that buzzed and bustled in the early years of implementing ambitious programs like the EAP, CSC, and MESDS on top of the double major undergraduate curricula. We were a bunch of earnest, still young enough to be energetic despite life, dutiful faculty. And Lorelei would have made a good poster girl. She always liked a good laugh, just as much as she could not help working hard. My singular image of Lorelei from that time is of a very pregnant Lorelei, pulling an all-nighter of committee work with Julius, Flor, Benji, Steve, and me at Flor's apartment. We were tasked to draft the response of UPCB to a Diliman Central Admin review that suggested the drastic scrapping of UPCB programs. In the long run, that battle was, of course, won after about 2 decades with a grant of autonomous constituent university status to UP Baguio. In the late 1980s, Lorelei was an accompanying spouse with 2 little boys in tow when Julius started his doctoral program at Catholic University in Leuven, Belgium. While there, Lorelei gained the opportunity to do graduate work as well at the university. She handily earned a master's degree with distinction, her second, as she already had one from Diliman, as well as the privilege to work up toward a doctorate by writing a dissertation. The decision to go forward and earn a PhD was a difficult one, as it meant she would at some point have to be in Belgium by herself. She wrote me for advice as she struggled with this decision, and in the end, we know she persisted in very Lorelei fashion of hardiness and grit. In her 1991 Christmas letter, a stoic Lorelei, recently settled in a small and cozy room at a university residence, wrote that Filipino and Belgian friends had welcomed her back to Leuven and invited her to holiday parties, but she knew that, quote, amidst the merriment, she would, quote, be thinking of people back home. In 2012, I wrote a letter to the search committee in support of Lorelei's nomination for chancellor upon being requested to do so by one of her supporters. What I had to say about Lorelei then remains the same. So allow me to read part of what I wrote. Quote, my position is that UP Baguio deserves Professor Lorelei Mendoza and that she will be good for UP Baguio. She has a keen understanding of academic excellence and moral integrity as basic principles of the University of the Philippines. She is a conscientious, discerning, active co-participant steeped in the ethic of collegial governance. In any position of leadership to which she has been assigned, it is evident that she neither shirks duty nor seeks aggrandizement. Instead, she is clearly guided consistently by a compass indicating the goal to be institution building through the nurture of an appropriate community. Resources of the institution channeled toward nurturing the constituents of the university, who in turn will nurture the institution toward its goals. This is clearly seen in Professor Mendoza's commitment to UP Baguio. Her character as a scholar and member of the academe was indeed forged and tempered in the main at UP Baguio. She has the intelligence, the heart, and the will to succeed. End quote. That Lorelei remained the same, regardless of where she was placed to serve, testifies to this. UP Baguio is richer for the decades that saw her here, grow, and give back. Congratulations, Lorelei. It was a privilege to have been there when you first entered UP Baguio and to be present today at this collegial tribute on your retirement.
In contrast to Lydia's message for Lorelei, which covers decades, mine comes from a very specific point in time. I'm reading excerpts from a letter that I wrote in August 1990 after the earthquake. Dear family and friends, today at the Cordillera Study Center, we worked ourselves into a state of utter physical exhaustion. The workmen had finally cleared enough debris in the library building to the point where we could carry out reading material. So we moved the entire CSC collection up the hill to the undamaged Social Science Division offices. During the afternoon break, as we lolled around trying to regain our strength, Lorelei Mendoza, then CSC director, remarked that she had tried to write her earthquake letter, but had quit. She said it brought back the experience too vividly. As she wrote about the 500 dead in Baguio City, the transformation wrought by the collapse of 1/3 of buildings and residences, and sleeping fully clothed right next to the front door, she felt as if she was reliving the experience. Luckily, I'm blessed by a less active imagination, so I can, without much trauma, put the experience down on paper. I took notes, and it went something like this. When the earthquake hit at 4:25 in the afternoon on the 16th of July, our daughter, Gabriella, and I were at home with a student assistant babysitter, and we hustled up to the road up the hill so that we were safe. Lydia, meanwhile, was at her desk in the Sockside Division office. Her first warning was sort of a rattling sound of the windows, and she ran outside. We have a standing rule in the family that the first priority in a calamity is to get together at home. So we were waiting for Lydia there. It was about 5 o'clock when she came running through the rain, and we were reunited. She was sopping wet. At about 5:15, the rains had abated enough to start walking. Exterior damage was enough to pronounce the house unlivable, so we decided to try the Mendozas. Lorelei and Julius Mendoza returned late last 1989 from several years in Belgium, where Julius got his PhD. Lorelei was one of Abby's godmothers, and she took it seriously. They have 2 boys, 3rd grade and 1st grade, so having a little girl around seems like a treat to them. In addition, their family compound was on our way to school. All in all, we have had lots of contact over the past 6 months or so, exchanging visits, etc. And Abby even spent some time at their house while Lydia and Steve shopped in town. Finally, inasmuch as their house is 1 story and on flat ground, in marked contrast to the multi-story house on a hill we were living in, we hoped it would be safe. So at 5:15, we walked there. We found them sitting outside under an awning with the other people in the compound. They were all safe. Lorelei had been home with the boys while Julius had been teaching. He was surprised when his students ran out of the room, since it's harder to detect tremors when you are upright walking around. At about 7 o'clock that evening, the radio was reporting that the quake had been felt in Manila and Pangasinan. This was the first word we had from outside Baguio. We settled in for a long night, sometimes lying down, sometimes sitting up, sometimes in the Mendoza's living room, and sometimes on a bench outside. If it is harder to detect tremors when standing up and moving about, conversely, it is easier to do when lying down and worrying about them. We got some continuous sleep between 12:15 and 3, but that was about it. We were able to sleep pretty well Tuesday night from dusk till midnight, but then the tremor started. At about 3:15 came the strongest thus far, and in fact the second strongest after the main quake, and the front door of the Mendoza's jammed. Luckily for our sanity, there was a back door available. And luckily for our health, there was no rain that night, so we could spend the rest of darkness outside. In the morning light, Julius and his brother had to take out the doorknob of the front door to open it because the mechanism had broken. And so it went, day after day, and the letter chronicles it all. Friday morning, electricity had been restored to the Mendozas, much to our delighted surprise. On Sunday, we moved to Camp Allen with Auntie Cora Estevillo, the college librarian, where she lived with her husband, Colonel Estevillo of the Philippine Military Academy. And there, water was restored on August 9th, so we were able to get more than just rainwater. Truly, life goes on. And at that point, I wrote, we will have to see how life in Baguio has been affected in the long term. In the meantime, just this morning, Johan Mendoza told me as I was taking him back to Lorelei and Julius's house, I don't like Manila. It's too hot. Agbiag ka, Lorelei.
Hi, Lorelei. Here I am in my office. The textile behind me is one of the weavings that the weavers made during my research in Ifugao. So everyone wishes us congratulations on our retirement, but really what they should be wishing us is all the best for planning our next life right transition. So those are the wishes that I send to you at this time. And I'm asking myself, where has the time gone? Since I first met you during my initial research in the Philippines in 1995, when I started my PhD research in Ifugao. Time has gone really quickly, and I think back and I remember that on each of my yearly visits, we had terrific animated conversations, either at your house with Julius over a wonderful meal, or we went out for an adventurous dining out experience. And how fortunate I feel that you've been able to support me throughout my research in Baguio with different projects that I've undertaken. And I want to thank you profusely for your support for the Visiting Professor Fellowship that I had in 2015, and for that terrific opportunity to co-teach a graduate seminar course with you. And how fortuitous that our ongoing research interests organically evolved and overlapped so that we could undertake our project at the La Trinidad Vegetable Trading Post. And I distinctly remember the one day where we went to the trading post together to conduct research, and then I fractured my foot. And I did that with you. And if you remember, we did that in between coming from a coffee break, going to the trading post canteen for lunch. Obviously, if we would have spent less time eating and more time researching, maybe that foot fracture wouldn't have happened. And it's only now, after so much time has elapsed, that I can look back on that day fondly. And again, how fortuitous that research has just recently come to fruition, which with our recent book chapter, Repositioning the Edge, in the volume Norms and Illegality. I hope you have your copy of the book. Here it is. We're in very good company in that chapter, and it's terrific that it's now out. So, Lorelei, I send you all my best wishes to finish off this semester and in the next life right transition that we're both going to be undergoing together. And I look forward to keeping in touch with you. We are retiring from teaching, but not from life. So we'll continue to support each other. And here in Toronto, maybe you'll come and visit, because you know I'll be back in the Philippines as soon as we can travel again. Bye-bye, Lorelei, and I hope to see you soon in person.
It's nice to be with all of you, although virtually. Ma'am Lorelei played a major role in my career path and in my life, and I'm wondering if I told her already. I do tell this to my family and friends. Back when she was our thesis advisor, she allowed me to join on weekends my friends who were conducting interviews in Agoo, La Union. The experience made me realize that I wanted to become a researcher, even when my father wanted me to work in a bank. After graduation, our paths crossed again after a Novena Mass we both attended at the cathedral. She encouraged me to apply at then Area Research and Training Center, so I did it, and one thing led to another. So many years passed. Ma'am Lorelei came back from graduate school abroad and occupied the CSC director post. It was during her first term as director that I, then research assistant, was assigned for the very first time as a study leader of a health-related research project, also my first. This prompted me to enroll in a graduate school offering health social science. When I was done, I applied for funding of a study about human factor of malaria. It was funded. Unfortunately, the fund provided was not enough. Ma'am Lorelei, however, told me to accept it and apply for additional funding in another agency. How can I say no to her? It was her second term as CSC director. Applying for my renewal of study leave abroad was also smooth and easy during her administration. Through this brief narrative, I hope that I have somehow described the way she gently prods and lovingly pushes us to become what we are not, always for the better. What could have been life for me if she wasn't my professor or director? I can't thank you enough, Ma'am Lorelei, for everything that you have done for me, making me become what I am today. I wish you happy and healthy retirement years. Thank you so very much. I love you, Ma'am Lorelei. God bless.
Hi, Lorelei. You probably don't know this, but my first encounter with you, at least your name, was when I came in as a new faculty member and I sat on your item while you were in Leuven doing your master's. At that time, young colleagues would talk about you as being somebody who is so strict and serious, so medyo terror. And indeed, when you came back, I felt like that was the aura that you exuded. But you know, one day, I think we were in the Soksai with maybe June and Gladys and some other faculty members. We were chit-chatting and you broke into laughter, you know, your loud laughter, and I was so shocked. And I think that sort of broke the ice for me. And I realized that hindi naman pala nakakatakot. And so, for me, it was really a revelation, no? For many people who probably don't know you, I really find you somebody who's so humble, somebody who is very warm and generous, and always there, willing to support us, especially those of us who were still looking for their way, and trying to figure out what they wanted to do with their life in Soksai and the academe. I have had the opportunity to work with you for in several projects, and I really would like to sincerely thank you for bringing me into all of these activities. I have learned very much from from these experiences. And of course, I enjoyed them because, we spend a lot of time talking, about serious things, to mundane things, to, chika about faculty members. And of course, among all of these things, we laugh and joke about stuff. And even, do you remember sharing your love story with Julius? Sorry, Julius, you might not know this and you might be shocked, but yeah, we do know a little bit about your story with Lorelei. Anyway, I think what I will miss most about Lorelei is the fact that whenever we have meetings, she is the person who will bring the point of order to things, especially when complicated issues come about and we get mired in the discussion. So for me, it has always been a welcome relief when she brings us back to reality. And I think that's a lesson that that many of us can learn from. Okay. By the way, the picture that's accompanying this was taken in Marino Sanctuary when we had our Christmas party. If you remember, when you were the dean, sometime in the 2000s. So times like this, when we share food and share laughter, these are things that I will really miss. So again, thank you very much for being there, for being a friend, for being a mentor, and I really wish you well. Happy retirement, and enjoy the time with the kids, the apo again. Enjoy the time. Enjoy the time of being away from UP. I know you will miss UP. Maybe we will still have an opportunity to work together sometime in the future. But for now, all the best for you. Bye.
Dear Mom Lorelei, let me begin by saying that I almost did not write this letter to you on this occasion to celebrate your retirement, but not because I do not have anything to say, but because I thought that what I have to say will eventually be said by somebody in a better way anyway, or worse, that I might say the wrong thing. And so I'd rather not say it at all. This self-doubt, this self-sabotage, this self-devaluation has always been part of my struggle as a young faculty trying to justify my place in the college. Perhaps they will always be, in some way or another. But witnessing you speak your mind during college meetings all these years, or during late night after dinner conversations with the philosophy discipline, or during personal conversations, somehow helped me find the courage to speak mine. This is not because of what you particularly said in these instances, though I must say that I always treasured them as sources of clarity, institutional memory, reason, and practical wisdom. It is rather what you gratuitously affirmed and granted us in these encounters. You see, you never told us to follow your voice or have the same one. On the contrary, I've always felt that you trust us, that we already have our own. That you address us not to drown our voices, but so that ultimately we can address ourselves. I do not know if you had ever doubted your voice's power or lack of power, but I just want to let you know, ma'am, that I never found yours drowning mine. If at all, it served as an anchor that helped me emerge from the ocean of self-doubt I nearly drowned myself into. While it is true that genuine learning takes place in moments when nothing is being uttered or written, it is also true that to speak is to dignify the truth and give it the chance to have the power to affirm and change lives. And so too, the power to reconstitute the world. For whatever power my words hold then, allow me to say, thank you po, Ma'am Lorelei, for not holding back words of praise, assurance, and encouragement, for the warmth of your home and company, for the Belgian dinner you once let my philosophy colleagues and I enjoyed, for sacrificing your much needed sleep just to hear and give advice regarding our doubts, tribulations, and triumphs as a discipline at 1 in the morning, for sending me a cake after having successfully defended my MA thesis. And when you were dean and I was an undergraduate student, for calling the CEB into an emergency meeting just to decide on my ambitious request to be funded for a conference abroad. In retrospect, I am happy it was not approved, as I get to keep the letter you wrote me explaining why it was disapproved. It will forever hold the record as the greatest and sweetest rejection letter in my academic career. Thank you, ma'am, and I wish you meaningful and fruitful retirement years with your family.
Hi, Ma'am Lorelei. You have shown me that there is no task too small or too big for excellence. I really owe you that lesson. So happy retirement. I look forward to having more coffee with you, more walks, and of course, our casual chats. See you around.
Happy retirement.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
As you saw, there are many people who wanted to convey their thanks and congratulations for the next stage of your life after retirement, Ma'am Lorelei. So we have a lot more messages from people here in our Zoom meeting. So let me start with family. Let me just call on Sir Justin.
Hi. Hi, hello. I'm Justin. I'm the second son of Professor Lorelei Mendoza. Yeah. Son. Galit si John. Okay. We want to thank the Department of Economics and Political Science of the College of Social Science for organizing this send-off. It means a lot to Mama and also to us. We hope that when the time is right, we can do this face-to-face. Maybe we can do it all over again. I think that the best way to send off Mama is to do it in person and not to do it on Zoom. I think she deserves something like that, but let's see. Roughly 15 years ago, for more than a decade, I was also a student at UP Baguio. I see some of my professors here. I'm happy to see them again. And before that time, I had only heard of my mama as a professor through her own stories and maybe visiting UP Baguio every now and then. But when I became a college student, that was my chance to perhaps become her student also, and also my dad. But I chose not to become her student. I had all kinds of reasons. And I'm listening to the way she's described now, and I think I might have made the right choice. I didn't know she was a terror and that she was scary and all of that. So I'm thinking maybe that's the right call. But seriously, after listening to the way you've shared your experiences with Mama teaching and as a professor, I'm starting to wonder if perhaps I should have become her student also. I wonder now how that would have played out. Uh, Nevertheless, it doesn't mean that she hasn't taught me and she hasn't taught my brother also. Outside the UP Baguio campus, outside the classroom, we have learned so much from Mama. Not just me and my brother, but also my wife and also my brother's wife, Ivory, and now our own children, her grandchildren. Um, she hasn't taught us um, economics, of course. That's not what she taught us. But she has taught us more by example, I would say, in the way that she's lived her life. If there's anything I'd like to stress to today is that Johan and I have learned the value of sacrifice, devotion, and love for family through Mama. That's something that she taught to us not only by what she said, but also the way that she lived her life and continues to live her life. And for that, we're very thankful. Now, as she transitions into a new chapter of her life, um, my brother and I, we have a secret that I don't think any of the people on the call know except maybe my dad. And the secret is that doctors and professors Lorelei and Julius Mendoza plan to continue teaching. But they won't be teaching economics and philosophy anymore. They plan to step out of their comfort zone and they have planned to teach music, Filipino, English, and science, but only to a very exclusive group of students, okay? Bright, young, promising students, okay, who happen to be their grandchildren. And Ma, I want to thank you so much, and also Papa for giving your time during the pandemic to try to teach your grandkids. We always look forward to that. I don't think in the history of UP Baguio, in the history of teaching, that anyone has seen the two of them team teach a class. So my kids will have the privilege or have had the privilege of having Professor Lorelei Mendoza and Julius Mendoza teach them. And if that is part of the life that you will lead in this new chapter of your life, and I'm very happy for that, and I'm very thankful. I think si Johan has something to say also. Kuya.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Mama. I'm here with my family. This is my mom. These are my mom's grandchildren and my wife. I am the eldest son of Professor Lorelei Mendoza, the eldest and most handsome son. of also the best looking and most intelligent son of Julius and Lorelei Mendoza. Well, I've heard what everybody had to say today about my mama. And that's a side of her that I honestly didn't witness firsthand. Kasi to me, my mom was always the person at home who was making sure na especially yung mga anak niya, me and my brother, on the right path in life. She spent a lot of hours and time raising me and my brother the right way. Lalo na sa akin. Kasi ako yung pinakamabait na anak niya eh. Ako yung sobrang bait na anak niya, so nakaka-proud talaga. Sobrang nakaka-proud, nakakaiyak yung pagkagaling ko sa bilang anak niya. Pero ano, with that being said nga, my mom, that's the side of my mom that I knew. Now, nakita ko yung mga video niyo na it makes me ask questions then. Like, Mama, I want to know your love story with Papa also. Why do all these people know? And then me, Justin, Donna, and Ivory don't know. It's not fair. Mama, better not. Anyway, for me, I would like to say then, congratulations, Mama, on what you've achieved. You've achieved so many things that usually people only achieve a fraction of what you have achieved, Mama, you and Papa. And yeah, now that you're retired, Mama, you will have more time to spend your time for yourself, like you're doing now during the pandemic. You're just going to make it longer lang. Di ba? And continue teaching your grandchildren, Alex, Joseph, Raya, Dexter, and Caris. Will keep teaching them. And they enjoy it. Even the children in our neighborhood who join your classes, sometimes they really enjoy it. Yeah, but I force them to join, so they have no other choice talaga. No naman. They done on their own will naman. On their own will naman they join. So I don't have anything else to say naman na wouldn't be genuine. So I'm just going to leave it at that. We love you, Mama. Me, Ivory, and Alex, and Protep. Say hi to Mama. Say hi.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're very proud of you, Mama, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Verna. Can you allow me to share?
Yes, you can try now po.
Okay. Sige. Ngayon, yung mga grandkids naman ang bibigay ng message.
Oh my.
Hi Oma, happy retirement. We miss you and thank you for always being there for us and welcoming us into the family and for supporting yung mga gusto din namin. Yun lang. Bye-bye. Ingat. Love you.
Right here with you through the years. I can't remember what I used to do, who I trusted, whom I listened.
Hi Oma, happy retirement. Just want to say thank you for always making me feel welcome sa family. And I remember when I was a kid, I would always look forward to going to your house because you always had broiled steak, seasoning, and iced tea. So thank you. Ilan, bye.
Hi Oma, I miss you a lot and I hope we see you more often because we can't because of COVID. Also thank you for the books and people say I look like you. I think I'm going to take that as a compliment because you're very smart and very pretty. So Yeah. Also, and we just love you. Bye. Hi, Oma. This is Raya. Hello. Happy retirement. It's like really weird how long you've been teaching. Like, it's way older than me. It's even older than Daddy. And it blows my mind. But we miss you, and I love you, and have fun playing golf.
You've never let me down. You've turned my life around. The sweetest days I found when I found you.
Hi, Alma. I miss you and I love you. I heard that you're a professor. Good job. And then I remember that you gave us things before. You gave Ate Alex the books, and then you gave me the chocolate. Thank you. I shared a whole bar for Ate Alex too. That's all I can say. Bye.
Thank you. And by the way, yung background song po natin ay kinanta ni Johan Mendoza.
Hi, Alex!
Say hi to Oma.
Hi, Alex!
And Oma.
Hi, Oma!
Bye, Oma. We love you. Happy
Bye,
retirement.
Alex! Bye, Alex! Bye, Oma! Bye, Alex! Alex! Bye!
Thank you, Paul. That was so cute and sweet, and definitely a treat for us who have never seen this side of Mom Lorelei, and of course, her family. So maraming salamat po for your sweet and cute messages and the video. Okay, so for the others who are in the Zoom meeting who wants to give Mom Lorelei a message, you can just raise your hand and I can call you. First, we have Mom Mai.
Oh, na pala. Hi, Ma'am Lorelei. I gave a really short video and then they teased me and wanted me to like give a longer message.
Hi,
It
Mai.
doesn't do justice. Hi. It
Say
doesn't
more?
do justice. Yeah, but
Don't.
I know.
Don't.
That's why I only had a one line there and now I have to add some more. Anyway, my message will probably be in the video later or not, but it bears repeating that you have shown me almost effortlessly that nothing is too big or too small for excellence. That's important because I admired you first as a colleague, way, way, way before I admired you as a friend. So when I heard that you wanted to hear something you can improve on, I thought as a friend, I might have a thing or two. So here it is. For someone who laughs a lot and is quite fun, you don't seem to want to be captured smiling. Do you know a photo of you smiling is actually a collectible? And nearly 17 actually. I made a computation just now. Nearly 17 years since I've met you. I'm happy I've got one. And that's one of my favorite photos. And I wouldn't sell it for the world. I appreciate how much support you have given me to get here. I remember the great advice you gave me when I was packing for what would be a 4-year journey overseas. You said, travel light, Mai. Do not pack sentiments. That advice has kept me very light. And when I missed home so bad, and we had that video call just a few weeks ago, I remembered, while I'll make it here. So I'll end with a little poem. It's an excerpt from Mary Oliver's Wild Geese, which probably sums up the feeling that you get from time to time when you are away from home. And this is it, just a few lines. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over announcing your place in the family of things. I'm so happy to go back to the community, my family, my chosen family, and of course, I look forward to all the walks we will have when I'm back. Happy retirement.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mamay. Sir Rainier. And then Sir Ali after.
Hi, Ma'am Lorelei.
Hi, Rainier.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for being a mentor in the truest sense of the word, not only to me, but to countless others who have had the privilege of being your student or your colleague over the years. I had the rare chance to experience both, and I'm sure everyone will agree that that is quite the experience. Back in my undergrad days, you were my program advisor and my thesis advisor. My partner and I would not have finished that thesis in one semester if not for your constant pressure and encouragement. At that time, every consultation with you felt like a thesis defense, an experience that's definitely not for the faint of heart nor the frail of mind. We were awarded best thesis that semester, but that was just the icing on the cake. Passing the standards of a Lorelei Mendoza felt like the true prize. And then I myself became a teacher. We became colleagues, and I started to see more clearly the lady behind the legend. I don't know if you still remember this, but the very first subject I taught as a new instructor almost 10 years ago was Econ 101, Macro, a subject I took under you. You were also teaching another macro class that sem, and you asked me if I wanted to collaborate on the syllabus. I couldn't really tell you how I felt that time, but let me tell you now that that was both thrilling and terrifying for me. Imagine a first-time instructor teaching the same class as his former professor and being given the chance to co-develop the syllabus. Ma'am, araw-araw kong binabasa si Dornbush dati para kapag mag-uusap tayo tungkol sa topics na ituturo, ready akong mag-recite. You were dean when I took a study leave to go to grad school. It was your advice and your stories about your own experience that really encouraged me to pursue my studies. You warned me that the math can be overwhelming and at times unnecessarily tedious. But as long as one remembers what economics is all about, you wouldn't get lost in the numbers. There were a lot of times when I got dejected, questioning my own abilities as a novice economist and the worthiness of continuing on a track that felt too mathematical, too theoretical, and too detached from reality. You were the deanship that time, but you were always ready to listen to my stories and always generous with your advice. Ma'am, in case I forgot to tell you this, thank you for making it so easy for me to study while you were dean. Every time we talked, you always said, graduate school is hard enough. Why should we make it even harder for our junior faculty by burdening them with all these bureaucratic delays? That was the kind of leadership that I always admired you for. When I decided to leave the academy, you were one of the first people in UP Baguio I told. Sorry. I knew we'd be disappointed, but you were quick to tell me to follow my path and see where that leads. And that if I decide to come back, I will always have a place in UP and in depths. Thanks, Ma'am Lorelei, for the guidance and the mentorship, for the story and the advice, and for making everyone feel that they have a place to stay and come back to in UP. Happy retirement, ma'am.
Thank you, Sir Rainier. Sir Ali. And then
Hi,
next po si Ma'am
Lorelei.
Jess.
Lorelei.
Hi,
Naririnig.
Ali. Hi,
Hi.
Ali.
Okay. So here are my thoughts on Lorelei's retirement. Last week, one of UP Baguio's remaining and pioneering prized fighters, one of our champions, hanged up her gloves. But not because she has been outpunched or outboxed. The way I see it, Lorelei still looks fit to fight more than a few more rounds. She hanged up her gloves because a boxing match can only last 12 rounds. Today we cheer her to take her victory lap. We congratulate her for a job done exceedingly well. Lorelei, you have emerged triumphant. 45 years is a long time, but what makes it more amazing is that 45 years refer to 45 years of excellent work and service, teaching, mentoring, research, and administrative work, plus, of course, years of friendship. Now, retirement is an unfortunate, confusing word. Teaching is hard work, it is tiring work. I get it when teachers seek time away from work. I get it when they say they are always tired. But what do teachers do when they're tired? They retire.
Teach.
I researched the etymology of retirement and discovered that to retire actually means to retreat or to withdraw to a safe place, which underscores the point that working, or in our case, teaching, is more like a fight, a battle, a war, or that the classroom or that the faculty room is a battleground, a cold, dark, damp, scary, and dangerous place. Professor Lorelei, borrowing the words of St. Paul, you have fought a good fight, you have finished the race, you have certainly kept the faith. It's been an honor to have fought with you a few battles, with you at the front line, of course. Now, in some versions, retirement means jubilation, making joyful noise, celebration. I think the best way to look at retirement is to see it as harvest time, the time to reap the rewards of years of hard and excellent work. Using terms that economists and bankers would surely appreciate, Lorelei, your investment has reached maturity. Professor Lorelei Crisologo Mendoza, may you find time away from school and from work to be more rewarding, more fulfilling, and far more invigorating. May you continue to be excellent and find all the energy in the world to play with, to teach, or just laugh with your grandchildren. May you have excellent health, lots of love and joy, and may you continue to thrive in the warm comfort of your safe place, in the company of people you love and people who love you most. We love you, Lorelei. Thank you.
Thank you po, Sir Ali. Ma'am Jess?
Yeah. So I have known Lorelei for about 3/4 of my life, as we were batchmates in high school. Upon graduation from high school, we both entered UP Baguio as fresh college students. But soon our paths diverged under martial law. We were reunited as young idealistic faculty of the Sockside Division, She as a full-time instructor, and I initially as a lecturer, and later also as full-time faculty. Our careers at UP Baguio were then closely intertwined with each other as we collaborated, cooperated, and worked together for the institution to which we had chosen to devote our professional lives. Through those many years, I have been constant witness to the dedication and commitment that characterized your service to the College of Social Sciences and UP Baguio. Virtual hugs to you, Lorelei. I wish you a happy and stress-free retirement. Enjoy being with your family. Bye.
Thank you po. Now, Sir Will.
Okay. Hi, ma'am. Nice
Hi,
to see
Ruel.
you.
Yes,
Nice to
nice to
see
see
you.
you.
Let me just read what I wrote for you for this tribute because I can't do an impromptu. Okay, so there's this one scene in 100 Years of Solitude that reminded me of you. In that scene, one of the characters had turned their house upside down because she's looking for her missing wedding ring. But her mother-in-law, quietly watching what was going on, she found the ring on a shelf of a children's bedroom. She realized after observing her daughter-in-law that only when they deviated from meticulous routine did they run the risk of losing something. And that was how you are to me, to us, actually, your students. While we went carelessly about our lives as undergrads, you pay close attention to the things that we do and can do. So that whenever we'd seek your advice, we never took you by surprise. Instead, you would lightly, nudge us towards the right direction. You were my program advisor. Batchmates kami ni Rainier as an undergrad. And I remember every enrollment, you'd ask me how my classes went. You would look at my transcript of grades. I would expect disappointment from your face, but you didn't show it, which was actually quite a relief. And sometimes you would tell me to be patient with my economics courses. And I never understood that the first time you told me. Why are you telling me to be patient with my econ courses? But then a few weeks after graduation, I went to ask for your advice on what to do next. I told you then that I plan to pursue urban and regional planning because I was into it that time. I really don't know how now. And then very candidly, you told me that I will just be bored by the technical aspects of the field. Well, that was your way of saying no, you cannot do urban planning. And, your tone got a little bit sharper that time. So I knew that you were quite serious about what you're telling me. And then you told me to pursue either research or journalism. Sabi mo sa akin noon, we need journalists who had a working knowledge of how the economy works or something like that. And that is when I knew that you were paying attention, to what we do as your students. You were one of my professors who take some time from your very busy schedule to read what we write in the student publication. And sometimes you give me some advice, some pointers on how we can improve the paper. More recently, I learned from you, the brilliant economist that you are, that time is a resource and that we have to allocate it properly between work and family. Sabi mo nga very recently, don't sacrifice everything just to publish. I took all your advice to heart. I wish I had a recorder then so I can play those things that you said whenever I feel lost and confused. But, it will always be with me. Now that you are officially retired, I will sorely miss our conversations at depths. Sa mga panahong hindi kita kinukulit about macroeconomics, game na game ka makipagkwentuhan sa amin about NBA Finals, about the World Cup, or films that we like in the Oscars. I remember there was this one time that we were really rooting for Leonardo DiCaprio to win it. Just last year, we're talking about labor markets and married life. Well, I don't know why I put these two together in a sentence, but I really enjoy those little moments. When we are not discussing academic and administrative matters. And I know that we will have more time to talk. Mangungulit pa rin kami once we, get a semblance of normalcy out of this pandemic. In the meantime, we prepared this for you. Siguro kapag nagkita tayo face to face, I'll give this little gift for you. It's a surprise. So now enjoy this moment. Don't forget to eat your vegetables. Stay healthy because you are about to write a wonderful new chapter of your life. We love you, Ma'am Lorelei. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sir Ruel. Ma'am Nella.
Hi, Lorelei. I'm actually so touched by this
Hey,
book.
Nella.
Reviewed all the messages. I'm so touched by what your children prepared, their messages, and also your mga apo. More than 4 decades of service to UP Baguio could not be taken with a grain of salt. It only means passion for academic work and commitment to the institution. This pandemic has somehow prepared us, and I'm including myself, for retirement with the physical disengagement and the impersonal virtual interactions. I'm happy to have worked with you and Julius. Let me disclose to everyone that it is not just the professional ties that bind me and Lorelei and Julius. My parents and Lorelei's parents and in-laws happen to be friends. Lowlanders who found themselves in Baguio to study, to find work, and eventually raise their families here. Who does not know the Lorelei laughter, followed by very good, and the formal Lorelei who rationalizes to drive a point. I look forward to having a hearty laugh with you over coffee or tea and pastries. And may I unabashedly declare that I will always have time for your Belgian cuisine. Enjoy your retirement.
Thank you, Ma'am Nella. Are there others who wants to give their message? I don't see any raised hands as of now. So thank you for all. Yes, Ma'am. Ayan, Sir Ado. Nakamute ka, sir.
Hello, ayan. Hi, Ma'am Lorelei.
Hello, Ado.
Hi po. Okay, so I also prepared a statement. Among the juniors, we often joke that one can throw any topic or several topics to Ma'am Lorelei, from the most mundane, like leg stockings, to the most serious ones, like academic responsibilities. And she'll manage to make an impromptu speech, connecting the dots as if she's just casually telling a story to a couple of friends. Minus the sharpness and seamlessness, I'd like to connect some dots in my limited encounters with LCM. She was my dean, and Doc J was my chair when I faced a crisis sometime in 2014, during the time I returned to UP Baguio from my master's. I always look back to this moment, not just with deep gratitude, but as a reminder of how to be an administrator, professional, quick-witted, and encouraging. This I felt when I was elected slash course as SDS coordinator. You never micromanage me in how I do my work, but you were always there supporting me and leading me to better ideas and courses of action. I never got to correct you, ma'am, but several years after that stint, in the context of some other SDS meetings, you will always refer to my knowledge of the program as if I have been in the CSS since MADS was offered in early 2000s. I was still an elementary student then po. But I never corrected this kasi nakakakilig lang having the Lorelei Mendoza refer these matters to you. As a junior faculty, I'd like to build on what Vlad said earlier. I did not feel alienated by your presence. Not once, never. You were the sharpest of them all, but you never rubbed it on us. Maybe it was your demeanor, your ecstatic laughter, as Ma'am Nella said. Maybe it was just your confidence, your academic and administrative accomplishments speak for themselves. But perhaps it was really just about your principles, and this needs no elaboration. Thank you for everything, Ma'am Lorelei. I was not your student, but I learned so much from you, from leg stockings, academic responsibilities, and everything in between. All the best to your retirement, ma'am.
Thank you, Sir Ado. Okay, may hahabol pa po ba?
Si Tala. Verna si Tala.
Yes, Ma'am Tala.
I'm not going to say anything for Lorelei, but I don't think I can prevent myself from doing that, because I guess this is the best time to say thank you to her. She helped me with a lot for building who I am now. When last night I was trying to think of how to describe her, when I saw the invitation for today, of course I'd always say that she's one who works hard but also knows how to laugh hard. Okay. In Snoopy terms, she knows how to hang loose. Okay, despite the fact that in the work that we do, she's serious, and um, she is very much dedicated. Okay. I have high respect for her because she knows how to fight for what she believes in. And that's one thing that I've learned from her when I served as college secretary during her term as the dean. When we were doing our PhD, we were the projects. Lelet and I were her projects because we took us some time to finish, but she did not stop, okay, telling us to just go on. And at the time when I thought that it was no longer possible, she told me that I should go for it for one last shot, and if things don't work out, she will never ask me about it again. So, like, we had a deal that she won't ask me about my program anymore if I decide not to go through with it, but at least to give it one last shot. And of course, because of that, okay, fortunately, we were able to do that with Professor Lele. And I know that she was also one of the people who was really genuinely happy for us. So, and you can see that at least we were a project that was completed. Okay, finally. So I said that, it was Lorelei also who made things possible. At the time when I needed a letter, okay, and I needed advice, Nancy and I went to her house despite the fact that it was raining hard. It was storming, and yet she accommodated us and helped me be able to come up with a letter so that I could go back to Diliman and continue with my studies. As the current chair now for the MASTS, Ma'am Lorelei is my living handbook. Okay. Every time I need something, okay, I have to turn to Ma'am Lorelei, and she does not hesitate to help me. In fact, she tells me that anytime I need her, I can always ask for help. Okay, whenever I decide to do so. Okay, and I have to say thank you, okay, for all that support. And because, as I said, I didn't really prepare something, but I guess it's the right time to thank her. This is some trivia. I always notice si Ma'am Lorelei, para siyang Vilma Santos. Lagi siyang may panyo. Lagi siyang may handkerchief. So sabi ko, remnants ba to ng mga old school? Because kami, we always had handkerchiefs when we were growing up. And she is one of the few people whom I see still using a handkerchief. And that's one thing that I always attribute to Lorelei. Sabi ko nga, talo pa niya si Vilma Santos. Diba? Laging may handkerchief. So again, Ma'am Lorelei, thank you for all the support. Thank you for making things possible for me. Okay, thank you for the reminder that you told us before that success is for those who dare to dream. And I always treasure that. So happy retirement.
Thank you, Ma'am Tala. Oh, Ma'am Kelly. Okay.
Hi, Ma'am Lorelei. I hope you can hear me. My
Hi,
internet
Kelly.
is
Yes, it's a bit choppy, but it's fine.
it's breaking up. I just really wish I am there to hug you and express my deepest gratitude for your unending support, not just for me and as my colleagues have mentioned, for the discipline of philosophy. You're one of the persons who I really, really admire the most for just having that grace and balance of being a fashionista and such a brilliant mind with a very good heart and very good cooking skills. I wish I could be like you. Um, I remember that one incident when you have mentioned that, oh, you also talk to yourself when you're thinking, because I do that a lot. And you said that you also do. And I thought, oh, then maybe I have the chance to be someone like you in some future stage. But yeah, I just want to pop in and say my thank you. And Slavoj Žižek once said that if you're not an equal, you don't deserve to say the word congratulations. But so instead of congratulations, it's thank you. And um, I'm cheering for your retirement. Thank you so much, and what I hope that I can come home and visit you again, and I hope I can treat you to dinner at some stage. Happy retirement, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Kelly.
Berna, before the striking light, lightning strikes us all and cuts our
Yes, ma'am.
internet connection. Yeah, okay. Sige, meron pa ba?
I think that's the last one, Ma'am. So we have heard so many memories and stories about Ma'am Lorelei today. So now let's take this time yun nga bago kumidlat, sabi ni
Baka
Ma'am.
kumidlat at kumulog.
Okay, let's ask Ma'am Lorelei for her response. Ma'am
Can
Lorelei?
I share my screen then? Can I do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I prepared what I had to say because I think like Rainier or the others, you may not know that either I'd laugh endlessly and not finish the speech or I might cry. So I prepared my speech too. Ay naku, bakit siya ganyan? Wait a minute, I am having problems. Where are my files? Okay, let's see if I can share my screen. And before I do that, okay, I wrote it down because I feel like it's going to, our connection will just disappear. So I have a PowerPoint that I will read out to you. And before I do that, I will do it on a complete slideshow. I would just like to say thank you to all of you who have come to this afternoon. Alam nyo ang feeling ko, pwede na to, pwede na akong mamatay. Hindi na ako kailangan ng may eulogy. Ito na, this is it. So I can request in my last will and testament, no eulogies, just a memorial service. Maraming salamat kasi narinig ko lahat. Second point though, I asked Gladys, sabihin mo sa kanila na pag sila nagsalita, wag lang naman yung mga magaganda. Sigurado ako, meron silang gustong sabihin sa akin na sana, ay naku ma'am, sana ganito ang ginawa nyo. Pero wala akong narinig buong hapon. An hour now and almost 2 hours and I have not heard that. So if you still think you wanna tell me, I told Gladys, I still have time to make up for the things that I have failed to do in your particular cases. And anyway, so here it goes. And I'd like to acknowledge in particular the presence of June, Manang Briggs, Stephen Leach, Jessica and Pressy. I saw her too. They are either my colleagues or a bit older than me, but thank you very much for coming to this program. So here is my response. I think I should do it on slideshow. Is that correct, Berna, so that you can see it?
Yes, ma'am. Yan po.
Can you see? Okay. Sandali ha. Okay. Let's see if I can. Let me begin my response with an expression of gratitude to the faculty of the Department of Economics and Political Science, particularly to Professor Gladys Cruz and all who assisted her in organizing this send-off. Those are my 2 words for all the things I will say after this. Thank you to all my students since 1976 for trusting in me and in my capacity to teach well, for understanding my strictness with class requirements, and for those among you who would return to inform me about what you have accomplished years later in your lives. To the administrative staff of you whom I have enrolled for
Naghang ako.
because you are singly and collectively competent. Research and extension personnel of UP Baguio, particularly the librarians, for the kind assistance that enabled me to discharge my teaching and research tasks. And at this juncture,
Napukaw. Something got lost.
Ma'am, nawala yung screen niyo.
Baka nawala siya. Ayun. Napukaw.
Nawala si Lorelei.
wait.
Oh,
Do
yun.
I click share screen again?
Yes, ma'am.
I should do it again.
Yes po.
Yeah, I
Bigla po
got
kayo.
Ayan, ito ba ako, di ba? To the research and extension personnel, okay, of UP Baguio, particularly the librarians, for the kind assistance that enabled me to discharge my teaching and research tasks. And at this juncture, permit me to mention the names of the staff of the Cordillera Study Center with whom I served from 1998 to 2003. Minnie Chaloping March, Alice Foliosco, Maan Ladia, Mina Evanoso, Glo Rodriguera, and Joey Rualo. Oops, how do I do next? Ayaw na niya. Sandali ha. Wait a minute. I cannot now move my screen. There. Sorry. I cannot do it. To my faculty and administrative supervisors for the confidence you put in me. I always felt that I was allowed to do as I thought best, whether this was about teaching courses, constructing curriculum, leading a research program, being CSC director, being college dean, or doing public service. To all my fellow teachers in the discipline of economics since 1976, for ensuring that teaching continued to be delightful and rewarding. To my colleagues in the College of Social Sciences, for entrusting their academic fortunes to my leadership as Dean in 2003 to 2006 and in 2012 to 2015. And to my colleagues from the College of Arts and Communication and the College of Science, for your unwavering support and cooperation in order to achieve, and I will quote, 45 years of prosperous accomplishments and exemplary public service. Working together, we hosted the first national conference on Cordillera Studies in 2000 and published 3 volumes of conference papers and proceedings. We carried out the 4-year program on natural resource management and produced 5 volumes of research reports in 2003. We organized the Conference on Social Science Teaching, Research and Practice in 2015 and published 2 volumes of the conference papers in 2016. That was my undeserved gift. people were willing to work with me. By recognizing me today with this send-off, I am able to join you in paying tribute to UP and to UP Baguio for molding me into the academic that I have become. UP Baguio is where I obtained my Bachelor of Arts in Social Sciences degree in 1976. And UP School of Economics granted me my master's degree in economics. University to whom I owe a debt of gratitude degree in 1997. That would not have been possible if not for the opportunity to complete a pre-doctoral year in 1988 that came for free together with the terms of scholarship for a doctoral degree in philosophy at the Catholic University of Leuven in 1985 for Julius. Many of the things that I eventually pursued and completed were not in my mind when I started. It was as if doors opened to me and I had to be ready to walk through them. Being ready meant studying to complete my graduate education and learning how to be a serious academic. This task I had to pursue while being a wife and mother. Thanks to Julius and to our sons, Johan and Justin, for providing me the time and space to do this. Diyos ti Agnina, kada kayo amin. Thank you very much.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
So we will have to find time later on for longer and more enjoyable laughter and not this very formal reading of scripts. Okay.
Hi, Lorelei.
Hi, Pressy.
retirement.
Thank you. I will soon see you for coffee, okay?
Kapi.
Thank you, thank you.
When?
ma'am.
One. I see Celia too. Hi, Cel. And Roland. Hi, Roland.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
Lorelei and beer.
Well, beer.
Time. Pwede yata mag-picture, ma'am.
Ayan.
Anong gagawin?
Ayan, picture take.
Sama ko.
Eh ako, di ba tatlong screen yan? So paano mo gagawin yan?
Okay, ma'am. Ako na lang, ma'am. Kaya yan. Wait lang po.
Picture.
Okay. Smile po. Wait lang.
Mag-on ka.
Ni Mini, ayan na ni Mini na pukaw. Mini, apay ngawang ka black bot na screen mo.
Okay, wait lang po.
Turn on your video, Mini.
Sige, mag-picture ka na.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Smile. 1, 2, smile. Okay, isa pa po. Wait. Dalawa yung
Tatlo yung screens mo di ba?
Okay,
That's
1, 2, smile po.
Hi, Joel. Ni Rizabel ba data? Hi, Joel and Rizabel.
Ayan. Okay na po.
Yay.
Before we end the program, maraming salamat po sa mga pumunta today. And I want to thank specifically these people who also made this event possible, aside from the Department of Economics and Political Science, Professor Junli Lazaga, and the Office of Public Affairs, Professor Ruth Tindaan of the Cordillera Study Center, and Professor Iken Salvador Amoris for their help in the overall conceptualization of the event, for their ideas on the theme, and the token for Ma'am Lorelei that you will give her tomorrow, as well as the photos we have used in the AVP. So we also would like to thank all those who have sent their messages before the event, and everyone who joined us today. Mabuhay po kayo, and again, congratulations on your retirement, Ma'am Lorelei.
Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat.
Thank you po.
Thank
Stop
you
recording.
For coming.
Thank you.
You can still.
Bye, ma'am.
We hope you like it, Ma'am. See you po tomorrow.
Ma'am Glads,
And you,
Ma'am Glads,
and you
stop
will give me a
recording na tayo.
recording.
Patayin ko na recording.
Yes, Ma'am.
Okay.
Oo.
Nasaan si Ma'am? Ma'am Oli.